Are you ready for even more Comic-Con news?
You mean us just gushing over The Walking Dead for an hour?
Yep.
Of course I'm excited. Hello and welcome back to the Daily Weekly Podcast.
We'll be sharing our thoughts on a variety of movies and TV shows.
And of course we'll be discussing the latest entertainment news.
I'm Bradley.
And I'm Jake.
See, I went for an over-the-top kind of hello intro there.
Yeah. I mean, it works. It works. Sure.
It does.
Why not? Yeah.
And
Anyway, welcome everyone.
Yeah, welcome and hello. And for me and Jake, it's almost a bit different because we're recording this at a very different time to what we normally do.
Yeah. I don't know. It does feel a bit weird, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like the Daily Weekly After Dark. Although, I mean,
save that title for something. We'll use that for.
That's a good idea. We'll save that. But I mean, for you guys, you could be listening to this at 10 o'clock in the morning after, the Tuesday it releases. Whatever time you're listening to across the world. Hello, good morning, good evening, and we've got some more Comic-Con news coming up.
Woo! Well, we say that. As you can tell from the beautiful intro that I'm sure I managed to just put together somehow, it's mainly Walking Dead news, but
yeah,
for us that's exciting. For all of the people that cried themselves to sleep when Glenn died, probably not a great episode. But I mean, for us,
yeah, and there wasn't really much else coming out of this year's Comic-Con. Last week we discussed pretty much every other major piece, but for this second half, it is just mainly Walking Dead.
That's the thing, though. I know obviously there's limited that they could do, but I feel kind of disappointed. Like, there wasn't anything really. Like, there was some stuff that came out before Comic-Con, and then there was like a couple little bits here and there, but yeah, mainly it was just The Walking Dead, which I think was the main kind of big thing.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't normally watch the panels, and obviously it's going to be a bit different this year, but I watched some of them, and I was a bit bored, to be honest.
Yeah. See, I always watch the Walking Dead panel, because it tends to get uploaded pretty much straight after it's happened.
Yeah.
I watch it every year, but I don't know, it's just, I didn't watch it. I was busy doing something else when it was on, and I mean, I even messaged you asking you for updates of what's going on. I mean, I had the Twitter, which, by the way, since last week, I have confirmed it is the real Walking Dead Twitter.
Oh, what a relief.
So, yeah, I don't know, I had the Twitter open, but it was just kind of, like, there's news, but there's no content, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, if you are enjoying us just ramble there for a few minutes about what's coming up, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends, family, your Uncle Steve, who you haven't seen in 6 years. Why not?
Yeah, and if you want to tag us on social media using the hashtag Daily Weekly Podcast, feel free.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Because brilliant.
Yeah.
So with that out of the way, let's get into the podcast. So the Walking Dead, we've mentioned it, but yeah. So
wow.
We obviously, all right. Let me just clarify. But here we're talking about the main show, AMC's The Walking Dead, not World Beyond or Fear. We'll get onto that because there is some news. So as expected, we got the release date. I'm going a bit out of order here. I hope you don't mind, Bradley. But
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Oh, sorry. I saw the bottom thing in the notes, and I read that as the finale for some reason. So, I didn't put the date in last week's episode, even though we knew it. Because it's content for this week. So, uh, yeah, the season 10 finale. What's it called? I forget.
A Certain Doom.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Is to air as a quote-unquote special episode on Sunday the 4th of October in the US and Monday the 5th of October in the UK. So, I've seen a lot of people complain about this on Twitter. Like, we both said we were kind of expecting, between September and November. And, yeah, I don't know. It didn't disappoint me. It's kind of what I expected.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I think by now they've definitely finished it, surely. It's just sitting there waiting to be released. And, releasing over the summer, yes, it will give some people, something to feed on for a while. But, it's the reason why the show isn't on in the summer. There's less of an audience generally. People aren't watching as much TV. And since, everything else has been pushed back, they want it to kind of lead into what else is coming.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's like I was saying to you, to me, October, that is Walking Dead month, because October was when, I think it was Halloween when the first episode aired, wasn't it? Halloween 2010, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And October's always been the month that a season starts, and I know we're not getting the start of season 11, for a very long time, but we'll get on to that. But yeah, I don't know. October to me is the Walking Dead month, and it always has been. And it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not fussed. Not fussed.
Yeah, and it's something to look forward to. Seeing as we're not going to get season 11 this year, it's nice to have that. As I've said before, it's like in my head, season 10 is over. But after recent news, knowing we're going to get this episode 16 and then some more episodes, which I'm completely surprised by.
See, I'm happy we're getting more Walking Dead, but I guess why? Like, you've already... I mean, I get why, because... Well, I guess just spoiler for in a few minutes when we talk about this, but we're not getting season 11 until October 2021. But we've waited long enough for the finale. Why? Like, I don't feel like after that. I mean, so I assume what they're doing is whatever their first kind of 6 episodes of season 11 were, they're tacking on to the end of season 10 now to make us feel like we've gotten more content.
Yeah, that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to use their season 11, the first half, that filming time is going to then be used for the end of, or more of season 10. And then what would have been season 12, it's all going to go backwards.
So when are we getting these 6 episodes? Are we going to get them even later, so we'll have another gap after the finale?
Yeah, they haven't specifically said when. I think they said early 2021 or spring 2021. Right. So it could be when, the season would return after its break or slightly earlier, but...
I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I just don't see the point. Because, I mean, I get it, like I say, but I don't know. I don't know if I need it. I think I'd rather just wait for season 11. Because the tone might feel completely different, and it might feel like we're just starting off at a brand new story. And
yeah, because what they've said is that episode 16 is the season finale, and all these extra episodes are just extra. So they're gonna
then it's just not the finale, is it?
Yeah. So are they gonna finish this? Finish the season, and then I think we can assume it's gonna be a cliffhanger. But then so they're gonna end that, and then are these 6 episodes just gonna be more, continuing on, or are they just gonna be random?
So another bit of news that we had was that the last 5 minutes of episode 16 will take place in a whole new place. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty obvious. It's the Commonwealth. I
think it has to be.
I mean, what else would they do? So maybe they'll just start that story, or maybe they'll show us where Connie is. You know,
Yeah.
maybe that'll be what the 6 episodes are. Connie's little adventure to get back to the group.
Oh, I don't want 6 whole episodes on that.
No, I
I
mean I
could,
love Connie and I love the actress, but like, yeah, I don't need 6 episodes about her walking through some woods.
yeah, like I think one when they do one episode, they dedicate to just one character. Like sometimes I find that hard to watch. But
Yeah.
God, could you imagine like a
Oh,
half a season of just walking through the woods?
walking with Connie. Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, I guess they could do something kind of interesting because obviously, the actress is deaf and so is the character.
Yeah.
So they could do something interesting with that, like what they did in was it season 9 or was it 10 when you had her outside of Hilltop in the fields and like there were
Oh
whisperers and
yes.
zombies because that was such a good scene.
Yeah, that was a
God, that was
season 9 episode.
yeah. Oh, that was such a good scene. I loved that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll show that, and maybe they'll just use it to wrap up any loose ends and kind of get us back to square one and be like, okay, the group's back together. Whisperers are more or less gone.
Hmm.
Beta's still out there, hallucinating talking zombies. Oh, I still don't really like that. I don't know.
No.
It feels
I
a
mean,
bit cheesy.
yeah, I suppose it does. But then I can also see, I can see it working, and it's like, oh yeah, because he's gone just so
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, he is wearing the face of the woman he loved.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know,
and
like
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've loved some girls in my time, but I'm not gonna go start wearing their faces.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
It's like I was thinking about this the other day, right? Just going off a little bit here about Star Wars of all things. In season 11, right? Ahsoka, she comes back, and then some of the clones paint like the patterns that are on her skin on their helmets. It's
Yeah.
like that's really creepy to me. Like I get the sentiment,
Yeah.
but it's like she looks at them like you're literally like wearing my face. Like I'd be creeped out if I saw like an army of people with like, a mask of my face on.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Beta with I mean the design of the mask, it does look kind of cool with like the kind of more skin tone and then the more kind of rotted zombie and
Yeah, but it's just, oh, yeah, weird.
Beta's a very sentimental guy because his original mask that he's now only got half of, wasn't that like his friend or his brother or something that
Yeah.
died in that
Yeah.
flashback?
Well, I mean, if you're a friend of Beta's, you know the saying "friends for life." I think he will. He's going to take you on. Don't worry.
He takes that a bit seriously. I love how he's like this big brooding, like dark character. Obviously, like brilliantly portrayed by Ryan Hurst.
Oh yeah.
But then he wears a white T-shirt with a yellow smiley face on it. It's great.
He's just misunderstood. There you go.
Yeah, sure. I love Ryan Hurst though. Like, if you've ever like seen like behind the scenes video of him, he's like the loveliest guy, and he's great. He's also giant.
Yeah, I don't know if I could picture him being a nice guy.
No,
Oh, don't know.
Funny
Maybe.
giant.
Yeah. Yes. One of them.
One of them.
God.
But yeah, I don't know. What was we even saying about it? Oh yeah, he was going crazy, wasn't he?
God, that was a big tangent.
And then we just started talking about skin.
So yes, Beta's gone crazy with the whisperers
yeah.
and the zombies, and he's so hell bent on getting revenge. I think it's kind of gone past the point of like he's lost why he's doing it, and he's just doing it now.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
It's like he's going to stop at nothing until they're gone.
Yeah, so he's in that mentality of like, even he doesn't know what he's fighting for anymore, but he knows he has to do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was always that thing of like, he's a bit jealous of Negan and Alpha
Oh, he
getting.
so was.
Oh god, and she wore her mask as well. Oh dear. Do you remember that
Oh yes, I
in the
do.
field? Oh god, that's so gross.
Oh, just I can't. Oh, I feel sorry for Negan.
No, but didn't he say like keep it on or something? Oh no.
I think
He tried to take it off, and then
yeah.
she was like, no. It's like,
She's
oh,
like, no, shh. Oh, it's,
it's so
yeah.
weird.
But
Ah,
he knew what he had to do.
yeah. And then, spoiler alert, just chopped her head off. I say spoiler alert. We've literally been talking about the fact that she's dead for the past 15 minutes, but yeah. And then delivered it
God.
to Carol, who
Mm-hmm.
unlocked his cage all along.
Ooh. But going on from the whole beta stuff, do you think he's gonna survive the episode 16?
Yeah, I mean, in the comics, after the whole Whisperer War, he was kind of just lingering out there. I can't remember exactly how or if he died.
Hmm.
I want to say Negan slit his throat, because I could have sworn that was like everyone was like gushing about. Oh, he learned that from Rick when Rick did it to him.
Yeah.
But I might be making that up. I really might be.
I think
he kind of he.
I think I
Sorry, go on.
remember like some people going out to look for him to finish him off or something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. As far as I can remember, he was kind of lingering around. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, especially with just how great Ryan Hurst is, and
Yeah.
it would kind of be fun to see him sort of struggle with that kind of insanity on his own. I guess.
Yeah.
Like every walk he comes across has like Samantha Morton's voice or something.
Yeah, and he's just kind of so alone. Like he has
Oh.
nothing left, and
Oh.
he's just so broken. And then
Yeah.
yeah,
Justice
like-
for Beta.
there you go. Hashtag justice for Beta.
Yeah.
But most of a lot of actors who play these villainous characters, you grow to love them because their portrayal is so good. But then, especially in a show like this, their
Yeah.
time is limited.
See, that's what I love about Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan does a phenomenal job, and
Yes.
we know that we're still going to be sticking around with him for a while, as far as we know, until he
Yeah.
falls off a horse onto a spike and gets abducted by helicopter people. Oh, imagine if they did that, and then he's like in like a cell next to Rick, and they don't even realize it, and there's like,
Oh,
that'd be so,
don't give him that idea.
No, but if they did it like at the end of the season, the next season we're like, oh yeah, Rick's back, huzzah, here he is.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
that's
actually,
sorry, go on.
Oh,
No, go on.
no, go on. No, you.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when do you actually think we'll see Andy Lincoln again?
Well, I was just kind of going to get onto that before we had our very British interruption of no, you
Yeah.
first, no, you. I think I read something that Jeffrey D. Morgan wants to, or he's going to be in the movies, or at least one of them, or somehow.
Yeah,
So that would be interesting if he also disappears, just like
yeah.
Michonne. Like, I think both their character exits they haven't had much build up. They were kind of, oh yeah, now I'm going.
I miss Michonne so much.
So it's like, oh yeah, they will be back in the movies, and
Oh, but I don't want to wait for the movies in bloody 2039 or whenever we're getting them.
yeah, exactly. I'm a bit worried now because when they announced it, it seemed like things were moving quite fast.
See,
Although
it was one of those things of like, when like a company or studio rather announce a movie that they're doing, it's always kind of like a bit sad because you know how far away it is.
yeah,
Because if they just announce it, then likelihood is they've barely got a draft of the script done, or they've got the script and filming won't be done for another 6 months. And I mean, I assume they've got the scripts written for the Rick movies, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I would guess so.
I'd hope so at this point.
Yeah,
It's been like 2.5 years since they announced them.
yeah.
Oh no, didn't they? No, they announced them the episode that Rick left. Because I remember seeing loads of videos like, oh, Rick leaves the show, but wait, there's movies coming. And it's like, oh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I miss Michonne more than I miss Rick. I really love Michonne. It's just like, especially lately, like she's just become like such like a wholesome character, and I love that.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really like this hardened, darker Michonne that we got towards the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I understood it, but I was just like, don't know. Like, I've never really been a major fan of her character.
Oh, see, I just love her.
It's like I didn't see it. You know, her and Rick. I wasn't a fan of that, and I don't know.
I remember when that happened because I remember reading The Spoiling Dead, and I said to you, "Do you know about like a couple of characters?" And you were like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Like, I'm quite happy about that pairing." And he was like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't think it was. I don't. I've always kind of said this. Sorry if you just heard that noise, by the way, listeners. I definitely didn't knock something over my desk. Yeah. Like, I've never thought of it as like, oh, they were like, oh, they were always just romantically interested in each other because obviously when they first met, Rick's wife, did die.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought it was just like, you know, they'd survived so long together. They were like really good friends, and she was already basically like, you know, a mother to Carl. She was the mother to Michonne. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And then I think it was just kind of like in that moment, it was just kind of like it's just time and place, you know. But and then they were married. Did they ever say they were married? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Because I know Andrea and Rick in the graphic novels, they were married after the time skip. But
yeah.
But how long was that time skip? Because in the comics it was like 2 years. Isn't in the show it was only like 6 months?
Yes.
Well, before obviously Rick gets lifted away.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because that was 6 years, wasn't it?
That was, 6 or 7, something like that.
I remember the first time seeing that as well. I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. Like, what? And
yeah, it's just like, with all these big time skips, I do wish we could kind of see what happened. Like, was it just perfectly quiet all that time?
I think it was just kind of... they were just farming that whole time.
There you go. That's what I'd like to see in these extra episodes. Go back in the show's history and fill in some gaps.
just
I'd like
farming. It'd just be season 2. It'd just be season 2 again. Them just farming. And
hey, respect to season 2.
I know. I like season 2 as well.
Yeah.
The most hated well, not anymore. Because that's season 8, ladies and gentlemen. What was previously the most hated season, I quite enjoy it. I think there's some good kind of emotional drama there.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with Herschel and...
oh, yeah.
Oh, I miss him. Well.
RIP. Yeah. So, from one show to another, we have the newest one, which is The Walking Dead World Beyond.
Which, if you don't know, is basically... teenagers in the zombie apocalypse. Yeah,
pretty much.
With more of the free circle people cult thing.
Yeah,
who believe that.
I feel like the whole point of the show is just to give more to this mysterious group, because this show's only going for 2 seasons. I think 10 episodes each. So
oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, there can't be much to it, can there? In 20 episodes, I don't know.
The thing is, like, it could be incredible. It might be just the best thing ever. And I think maybe if they're doing a limited run of it, maybe they do believe in it. Because it might be, you know, a bit of a bluff. Like, oh, you know, only 20 episodes, you know, they don't really believe in their own show. But it might be the other way around, that they believe in it so much that they don't want to risk spoiling it by doing more. You know, they might just have this set story that they want to do.
Yeah, and I suppose unlike the other two shows, especially unlike one of them, like they know how long they have. They don't need to change the story every couple seasons. They have to.
Yeah, we'll get on.
They
to
know
this.
what story. They know what story they need to tell in that time, so they can like utilize each episode. So actually, yeah, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm looking forward to it.
I see. I thought the trailers did look quite fun, and you know, it looks like more of a light-hearted kind of approach to the Walking Dead universe, and you know, with what's the free circle people called? Is it CRM?
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just cut that bit and then pretend that I knew. I won't do that. But yeah, so the CRM show up, and I think I mentioned to you in episode 1 that there was like clip of them talking to that lady from the CRM and with the guards and the helicopter, and you know, everyone thought that was the Commonwealth. Everyone always thought that was the Commonwealth, and you know, supposedly it's not. And so is this going to be like, is this going to lead up to just that Commonwealth versus CRM war that we spoke of in episode 1?
I think it could, because if it turns out they're completely unrelated,
yeah,
why would they tease such a dark group for so long?
Yeah,
not to use it.
Yeah,
like, you know, now we're getting teasers for the Commonwealth, but this CRM thing's been going back a few years now. Like with very subtle teasers.
I mean, it was going on now, like a season or so before Rick left, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, they really planted the
pretty
seeds.
much when they introduced like Jadis/Anne, you know, the whole trading people with the helicopters.
Yeah.
And and
did
they
ever figure out what B and A stand for?
They never said it in the show, but while I was doing some research, I found out AMC made some sort of like Walking Dead guidebook, and they said that A was, I think, either leaders or survivors who are willing to fight.
Right, okay.
And then B is kind of people who are unwilling to fight. So I don't know if they're going to keep that definition, but that's what I've heard.
I feel like that definition is just based off that one scene with Jadis and Gabriel of her being like, I thought you were an A.
Yeah, that I think they literally, what can we make sense out of this? Oh, yeah. I mean, if it is that, okay, I guess.
What did she class Rick as when...
I think Rick and Negan were both A's, but then when Rick was injured, she's like, he's a B.
No.
Like when she took him at the end, he's a B now. So, but he's strong or something.
Oh, so what if... okay, here's an idea. What if, right, this is just my little theory here, right? What if they're kind of taking these people for their own kind of war, because maybe they have like some pre-existing like beef with the Commonwealth, right? And then what if, right, at some point in the future on the show, we get like a war between the two, and then, you know, like Michonne's leading what? Oh, maybe not Michonne. Maybe like Daryl or someone's leading like the front lines on the Commonwealth side, and then like he doesn't know that he's actually fighting against Rick, and it's like,
that would be good.
And then and then it results in this whole thing of like, you know, you're both good people at the end of the day, but you're fighting for yourselves, and that whole dilemma.
Yeah, and it's like they really are the heroes of their own story.
Oh, that'd be good.
AMC,
hire me. God damn it.
God, divide Rick and Daryl and like a whole bunch of others in a massive war.
Oh, that'd be so.
It's not like
it's not like that. It's not what season 8 was. No, but it's different, right? So you've and Rick would have been kind of, I guess, in a way, like brainwashed to believe that the CRM, you know, they are good people, and he feels like he should fight on the front lines against the Commonwealth, and then the Commonwealth, you know, it believes the same thing, but it just happens that Daryl and the survivors, they met up with the Commonwealth rather than CRM. So then it was like, it's this big battle now. There you go.
That's a great idea. Someone should take that and credit you though, obviously.
Pay me for it. I tell you what, you don't have to credit me. Just pay me a decent amount of money, and I'll delete that section from the podcast, and we'll never speak of it again. Okay. Um,
You have to pay me too to keep quiet because I know as well.
yeah, yeah, give Bradley like a 7% cut or something.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, with how much AMC would probably pay for an idea, yeah, I mean, I'd take 7%.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Oh.
World Beyond, that's what we were talking about. This is how much, like, we just love the main show over the others, because we just go back to theories and speculation about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a new trailer for World Beyond. It looks decent.
Mm.
My opinion hasn't really changed. I'll watch it.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm the same really. Like I said, I have a renewed interest after having that. I'm going to call it an epiphany, a revelation,
Yeah.
after thinking, actually, this could be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's going to premiere on the same night as episode 16 of season 10 of the main show, which they always planned to do like way back in April, and now they're doing it again. That has led to some speculation as to why they're doing that.
Oh.
Yes, about a certain mystery character which is set to appear, the Masked Man.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation thinking this masked character is actually someone from World Beyond.
Oh, that'd be... Oh, sorry.
Like they want to tease us at the end of 10/16, and then bam, World Beyond, we get a bit of a backstory.
I just sound like a stroke there, just going, ooh.
And I carried on pretending, oh, he's fine.
No, I'm fine. Oh, that'd be good though. Like, I'd love to see that. Like, you see the same character but in two different timelines, and you see how they led up to that. That's good. I like.
I mean, again, AMC, there's another idea for you.
Maybe that's what they are doing.
I think it would be, because they've tried so hard to put these shows so close together. There must be a reason for it.
Yeah.
Because like World Beyond season 1, that's finished. Like they could have aired that back in April.
Yeah. Well, I mean, brilliant.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of I don't know, I guess kind of an Easter egg. So walkers, otherwise known as zombies, for those of you who don't actually watch the show, they're in the show. They're going to be called empties, which is a reference to what Jesus called them in the comics. I can't remember him ever calling them that, but I haven't read them in about 3 years. So,
and I haven't got that far in the comics. I just took that line out of an article I found. So,
I tell you what, right? Sorry, I'm going off another tangent here. This is going to be a long episode. So an idea that I saw was what if they did like a very comic faithful adaptation of The Walking Dead, but it was like an animated show in like the kind of original art style. Like, yeah, I'd love to see that.
Oh, that would be good actually.
Like, think you could get like the proper kind of like bulk and size on Negan against Rick as well. So, because it'd be more cartoony and animated, so you wouldn't have to make it like, super realistic. And yeah, no, I'd love that. Like, I know obviously everyone knows what happens, but
yeah, and like the budget is gonna be so much less.
Yeah.
So,
that'd be good. If not, we need to. I don't know. We need to get in contact with AMC immediately.
We do. We just got all these ideas.
Oh, brilliant. Well, yeah, hire us as just idea men, and we'll just if you're struggling with like, a concept for a season, just email us. Be like, right. So we have these characters. They're gonna go to this place. Like, what should we do? And then we'll send them some of our pre-written scripts. No, they won't want them. We don't.
I was just about to say. Yes, a prior hobby of ours. That would, yeah. I think there were some good ideas in that. We could develop them with a bit more thought. And AMC, we got a whole we got a whole series
seasons.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we always said that was like draft 1 of the entire show. Maybe we'll reveal that on the channel like fully one day. We'll talk about it. There you go. That's a bonus video idea. Talking about our lost project. I guess.
Yes. We have a lot of lost projects actually.
That was our most successful one though.
Oh yeah, that was the longest running, most successful, and
had about 4 different variations.
Yeah, especially early on. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
It is. So Scott Gimple says that the CRM who took Rick, Anne, and Heath. Did they take Heath? Did they confirm that?
Yeah. Again, according to my research, they confirmed that Anne traded Heath.
Oh damn.
Yeah, because apparently the van that Anne was driving in the last episode, or in one of the episodes, was the same one that Heath and Tara had when they went on their run. Obviously, we never saw Heath again, but they confirmed it was the same van and that Heath was traded to the helicopter group.
Oh. Did they ever? Was Jadis around when that happened? Was Heath? Heath was at Alexandria, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if we'd seen Jadis at that point, but I think they tried to.
We only met her in season 7, because it was after, because Rick had that famous smiling scene, and there was all that speculation for like a week as to why he was smiling. Like, oh, he's seen what's his face, Morales in the crowd or something, and then he showed up anyway.
I still think that scene of him smiling is. Even the reason I don't.
It feels weird.
It was such a tease, yeah. Like, oh, watch out next week to find out.
Yeah, but then it was just like he's just happy he's seen people that want to kill him again.
Yeah, great, love it.
Yeah, but I mean, he knew they were fighters, and he knew that they had a lot of guns, even though they betrayed him in what I think is one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah,
what was it? Was
and the way they do it as well.
Was that season 7, episode 8? It was the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Oh, with the second lineup with the tiger coming in, and
Oh, I loved. Yeah, they all came in.
I love Ezekiel's line of "Alexandria shall not fall, not today." It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a. I think that's probably my favorite battle in the show. I love that.
Yes.
Because it was actually like an all-out war. There was betrayal, there was death, there was Michonne kicking some woman off a roof. Just what you need.
And a tiger jumping on a man.
Yes. And then Negan with some like space weapon looking gun thing that everyone talked about.
That was Daryl.
No, I'm not talking about that one with the triangle thing. Like Negan had like this giant like laser gun looking thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Everyone had weird weapons in that scene. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I remember Negan's reaction to seeing Shiva the tiger. He was just like, "Whoa, what? Where did the tiger come from?"
Oh no, and like my favorite thing of like Rick giving that "not today, not tomorrow" speech again, but he's just fuming, and you could tell it scared Negan to his core just out of his reaction. It's so good. Oh, I need to rewatch that episode now. It's brilliant.
It was.
If only the rest of All Out War was like that, then maybe some more people might have stayed on. But yeah. Anyway, so CRM talks about that. Many suspects that the masked character featured in the season 10 finale of The Walking Dead might be a character called Felix. I've read that in the complete wrong order. Wait. No, I didn't. I confused myself. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. A character in World Beyond might be the masked character. There you go. We've already spoken about it, but apparently his name's Felix, possibly.
Yes. That's Felix.
And season 2's already in pre-production. Brilliant.
Good stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. So it's good that is getting ready for next year.
So, my favourite show of all time, Bradley.
Oh, I know how much you love this one.
Even you must be annoyed at what they've done with this season.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So...
And that can only mean we're talking about dun dun dun, Fear the Walking Dead.
Yes. I liked the trailer. The trailer was cool.
Yeah.
Do you think Morgan's dying?
I hope not. I really want him to come back to the main show at some point, even for the last episode, or
Yeah.
to see Rick again, like before he dies.
Yeah. I mean,
But
see, I ever since I saw like that clip of him with his blood red eyes, I just thought that's a hallucination. Like, surely.
yeah,
Because
that's what I think it's got to be.
even when zombies, even when people become infected with the zombie virus, their eyes don't turn like bright red like that. They
Yeah.
they go like cloudy and white. Strand and Alicia in trouble. Wow.
Oh no. Yeah, they're in trouble. Those guys.
I mean, I have no idea about anything fear. Like, Strand and Alicia, they like on the same side. Like, because I know Alicia
Yes.
kind of became like a villain, didn't she, or something?
Well, I wouldn't say villain, but she was quite reckless. Like, she didn't trust anyone. She was kill first, talk later, that kind of thing.
Well, I don't think the deads tend to have much expertise in talking, but
Hey, it depends who you are.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Dwight and Sherry reunite. Brilliant. Another storyline that is just like 5 years overdue.
5 years overdue. They spent the whole of season 5 of Fear looking for her, and she wasn't ever going to appear.
I mean, aren't they doing like another time skip into the future as well?
Yeah.
So this is like,
yes, they are.
This is like even further than The Walking Dead, or is it in the 6 years or what?
It's roughly in the 6. It's still in the 6 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. Can't wait for Dwight to meet up with Sherry. That's something I'm very excited for.
Oh, don't give it a hard time.
No, I really like Dwight in the live action show, but like I don't know, didn't feel much when Sherry buggered off.
To be honest, I felt it was a bit like, oh, okay, she's here now, she's gone. So
yeah,
but
like,
yeah, like
it's
you said, it's a
literally
story
years
long
as well.
over. Yeah, it's long overdue.
Like,
so
if I was Dwight, I would have just taken the hint that maybe she doesn't like him that much, and maybe she just wants to be left alone. Like, why is he still looking for her? Like 2 years after she left. I know they were like married or like just together. I don't know.
I think they were actually married.
Yeah.
But yeah, so season 5 is just released on Amazon Prime in the UK today for free. So obviously I started that earlier this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm like 3.5 episodes in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just met Dwight. He's just turned up.
Brilliant.
And yeah, he said that he's been traveling the country looking for Sherry for just over a year.
Traveling the country looking for one person.
Yeah, he's gone from Virginia to Texas, just chasing one person. I mean, first of all, I think that's good, like tracking skills, I guess. But
I mean, yeah, it's quite convenient though that he happened to end up with like the same group of people as Morgan did. But you know,
yeah, because whenever you leave Virginia and all that place, you end up in Texas. That's the only place you can go.
I mean, Morgan always manages to find people, no matter how unlikely it is. I mean,
yeah, that's yeah.
But yeah. So kind of the big bit of news is that it's going to have an anthology style. So for those of you who don't know, essentially, it means each episode, individual story. I guess individual characters. Is that what they're doing?
I think that's what they're going for.
So we're going to have about one episode with the characters that we've supposedly grown to love over the past 5 seasons. We're going to have about one episode in this whole season with them.
Yeah, because there's only 2 of them or 3 of them left from season 1.
Christ. I've said my piece on this before. But why does this show feel the need to be a different show every season?
Oh yeah, I mean, compared to season 4, it's pretty much the same thing. But obviously, season 1 to 3, and now season 4 to present, it is a different show. Like, they changed everything but the name and kept a couple characters. It's so different.
I mean, season 1 was, start of the apocalypse. This is how it all kind of went down. And again, like I've said many times, I would have wanted to see more of that. Just continue that. Don't shove them on a boat for, 3/4 of a season and then because that's what happened. Realistically, they were just on a boat, and
Yeah.
Alicia hooked up with some guy over the radio or something,
Yeah.
who was actually a bad guy.
What a baddie.
Christ, I'm just starting to
Yeah.
realise just how awfully written the show is.
Season 3, I think, is still the best season.
That's
of it,
one when
though.
they were at the ranch or whatever it's called.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. With
It's just a shame because it ended on such a great cliffhanger, and then they completely scrapped the idea after that.
what was the cliffhanger on that?
The dam blowing up.
Oh yeah, with
It's
Daniel
like characters separated. Daniel got shot in the face and then blown up,
and then
and then
summon the power of Zeus on a zombie.
And yeah, he's just turned up again in season 5. Yeah.
I love him, but kill him off, please.
No, he's too good. Now he has like this big warehouse full of planes and cars. He's some sort of like import-export businessman.
In the apocalypse, that's what he decided to do. I want to be a businessman. Yeah. Okay. So he survived a fire. He survived getting shot in the face, and then a dam blowing up, and then, yeah, like I say, has lightning powers. I'm never going to forgive that scene. I'm never going to. It's so ridiculous.
He's just the man who doesn't die. Oh, don't forget he was in the house at the villa when it was on fire.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said he survived.
Oh yeah,
fire,
yeah. God.
When's he gonna get bitten by a zombie, and we'll find out he's just immune? Like, because that's what's next. That is what's next.
But I love him. He's just a great guy.
I like him as a character. I don't like the fact that he is the literal embodiment of plot armor.
Yeah, he is.
And I don't ever say plot armor because I don't really like the phrase, but he is. Yeah. But I mean, what? Yeah, it's gone.
It's like I'm glad he's back, and yeah, he's a great character and all. But the reason he's back, they could have gave it to a whole new character.
What's the reason?
Well, it's the fact because they need a plane, and then have you watched any of season 4?
I don't know. Is that the black and white season?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so do you know there's a character who's like the journalist, female, short hair, who videotapes people?
Yes.
Yeah. So on her journeys, before she met like the group, she found Daniel, did a little videotape with him,
Right.
and then she's like, right, go watch one of my tapes. There's a guy who has a plane, and then Strand watches it, and he's like, oh my god. It's Dan. Like his reaction is priceless. He just pauses the footage, and looking at Daniel, he's thinking, "Oh God, I shot this guy in the face, and now I have to go ask for help."
Oh God. Does he have any like scarring from being shot in the face, or is it just like, oh no, that's healed, it's fine?
I mean, that's what I want to know. Like, how did he patch himself up? Like, he's kind of got a bit of a beard, so I guess that's like, oh yeah, we can't see it.
Oh Christ. And then
they referenced it like, oh yeah, thanks for shooting me in the face, and then Strand was like, yeah, sorry about that.
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. And now he's just kind of stuck around. So they could have gave a whole new character that story, but they wanted to bring him back because why not?
I just don't get why they can't just stick to one genre. Like they tried to do the whole Western thing, and then like
it gets even more westerny in the second half of season 5.
Oh, isn't it? Wasn't that when Dwight splits a bullet in half with an axe and shoots 2 zombies at once or something with the
yeah, that happens.
Oh my.
Yeah, they find Dwight in this cowboy town, and later on in season 5, there's this group of pioneer cowboys, and yeah,
brilliant.
So it's very Western type now.
I
mean, I think that's an interesting kind of idea for an apocalypse. Like,
yeah,
they have to redo society Western ways. You know,
it's an interesting idea, but not for a show that already has 4 seasons in a completely different genre. You know?
Yeah. They should. Yeah.
I mean, at least this season looks a little bit more colourful. I guess it's not, blue.
Yeah, when I was watching season 5, I had to change the settings on my TV to try and get a bit of colour out of it.
Oh, it's so bland. It just looks horrible.
Yeah, like it's not so black and white so far, but it's definitely more kind of dusty, yellowy now, and yeah, to show off that Western vibe, you know.
I'll tell you what you should do. You should watch an episode of that and then watch like the intro to Guardians 2 or something. You'll be like, your brain will melt from like the contrast.
The colours.
Yeah. It's like someone in like the 60s seeing like color television for the first time. It's like, oh wow, like I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the cameramen and the director of Fear are actually time travelers from the 1960s, and that's why they don't really know how to use color correction correctly.
Yes, there we go. Yeah. Problem solved.
And trust me, as someone who edits these videos, right, you can tell what they've done. They've literally they've just turned off the saturation. That's literally what they've done. Yeah, brilliant. I love ranting about Fear. It really my blood pressure's gone up significantly since the start of this episode.
Well, don't worry, because now you can have a little break. Let your blood pressure cool as we have our little intermission.
Is it cool?
Lower.
Yeah. If my blood's getting colder, then that's probably an issue, but...
Well, you don't want to be too hot.
Yeah, no, but if my blood's cold, then I'm dead, really.
Well...
maybe. I don't know. I'm not
just settle back down to room temperature as we take our little intermission. Just to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying our wonderful conversations.
Yes, definitely. And as always, if you're interested in following us anywhere else, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, all the links are down below in the description. And click them if you're interested. And we've actually been pretty good with this lately. We've been posting regular content on Instagram, and occasionally there's polls and interactive things that you can do to give us some feedback, give us some, I don't know, ideas, I guess, because...
Yeah, we'll take that on board.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will stop using this voice as we wrap up the intermission. Thank you.
Yes, and as always, be sure to use the hashtag #DailyWeeklyPodcast to keep the conversation flowing. Why did I say flow? I meant to say glowing, but flowing works.
Let's go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the section of the podcast that was pretty much like 90% of last week's general discussion points. So, I mean, we're still carrying on Walking Dead news for this first little bit. So, Robert Kirkman reveals that the most heartbreaking moment in the comics for him to write was Andrew's death, and cool.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that?
It's a really nice panel. Because like you just see her like climb down from a horse, turn around, and she's just got a massive bite out of her neck.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Wait, what?" And then, and then she died.
That's sad.
Yeah. And then, it is sad. I won't say it's the most Well, would I? I don't know. I haven't really been that heartbreaking over a death in the comics, to be honest.
No. Well, some more. Yeah, we're Minecraft villagers now.
Yeah, definitely.
More Robert Kirkman news. He's done more comics aside from The Walking Dead, including one which I believe Hold on, I'm talking about something completely different here.
What are you going to talk about? Wait. Okay.
I was going to talk about something which I did write in the notes for this episode, then I took it out, and I forgot I took it out.
Oh, it's some Invincible news, isn't it?
That's what I was going to say, yes.
I can't remember what the news is, but all I know is it was Invincible. I saw it on Twitter the other day, but...
I remember it now. I'll say it. So, several cast members from the Walking Dead shows have been cast in this new animated show for Robert Kirkman's Invincible comic. So they're going to be providing a lot of the voices. Yeah. It's a superhero show.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's just a superhero style thing, I think.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And it's going to include the actor who plays what's his face? Rick lookalike. Aaron.
Yes.
Oh god, what's his name? Whatever it is. Yeah.
Ross something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ross.
It's not Ross McDermott, is it? No, that's
That's you're thinking of Josh McDermott, who plays Eugene.
It's Eugene, yeah. Ross Mook something, isn't it? Ross Mook. he played Red Skull in Endgame and Infinity War. Was that?
Yeah, he's very good at impressions. Yeah.
Who played? Sorry. Just continue while I Google this.
Other voice actors.
McQuand.
That's the one.
How do you say that? Ross McQuand.
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 I follow him on Instagram, and I've never wondered how to pronounce his name. Yeah. I'm going to say Marquand.
I've said it before, but I can't remember.
It just sounds weird now. No offense, Ross. We struggle with names on this podcast. If you haven't figured that out by now,
we do.
But yes, other voice actors include Lenny James, who plays Morgan. I think Lauren Cohen's going to be in it. Who else? Michael Cudlitz. There's loads of them, actually. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Maybe Melissa McBride? I'm not too sure.
Yeah? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Norman Reedus is busy doing Death Stranding too. So.
Oh, yeah. He likes doing those little things.
Little things. Have you seen how much money that game's made?
Of course.
I've heard that game is actually bloody good. I still need to play it. From what I've heard, it's basically just like you're basically a postman in like a sci-fi universe or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
I've no idea. So,
Postman Pat, played by Norman Reedus, coming soon.
So from some comic news to some other comic-y news.
Yeah. So it sounded like you was going to change the subject. I was like, well, no, it's still comic news. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to read this?
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't know if you wanted me to. So Robert Kirkman also said that it could be fun to do more comic one-shots about Negan, but there are no plans whatsoever at the moment. So they're doing the whole Negan lives thing, where Negan might die.
That'd be a good ending, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then they can't do Negan lives too.
Oh.
It would have to be Negan dies, and it would just be him in the afterlife.
Ooh.
First person perspective of him as a zombie.
Oh. There you go. Comic idea coming soon.
God. AMC hire us. That's gotta be our new catchphrase now. AMC hire us.
Yes, it is.
That's great. Yeah. Cool. I know. I'm kind of done with the comic. Like, it ended. I'm sort of. It's over in my head, you know.
Yeah, but it ended abruptly though, didn't it? It was just like,
oh yeah,
now it's ending.
Yeah, it was like a month before. They was like, oh yeah, by the way, next month's the last episode.
So I feel like they just kind of got a bit fed up and like, oh, I can't be asked. Let's just end it.
I think Robert Kirkman did get bored of doing the comic. I mean, Rick had died very abruptly recently in the comic, and you know, I think it was just kind of time. I guess I don't know. I mean, it was a pretty nice last episode because it kind of reveals that, like, spoiler alert, by the way. If you're watching these podcasts, you should know that we talk about spoilers. Okay, like, just I don't know, expect that. But it kind of reveals that, like, the whole of the comic series is kind of being told from Carl telling his kids about what happened. And I don't know, it's kind of nice. But
yeah.
at the same time, not really. And
I feel like it kind of loses its value a little bit.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like the whole story is a story.
Yeah, but and then it also makes you wonder, like, he might have just made some stuff up. Like, that might not have been what happened.
I want to know what really happened.
Oh,
And
there
it's
you go.
like
There's another
it's
one.
like 10 years in universe for them. They're going to start making comics again, and they're going to make The Walking Dead, and it's going to be the story of the story of the story.
Well, and then they make a TV show about that.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Wow.
maybe that's the reality we're living in. Oh. Maybe that's.
Oh God. So
Whoa.
what if we're actually living inside the comic that's inside a comic based off a story of some man's experiences, and now inside this, this is.
No, but surely we'd be in the real world then, because if it was like, if it was a comic or something that happens, but was in the Walking Dead universe, and then they made a TV show of the comic of something that really happened that was just published by a man named Carl Grimes, surely we'd be in the real world where Carl Grimes lives, right? Anyway,
Maybe, but yes. Anyway, if you want more strange things similar to that, check out episode 13 because
that's a bloody good plug. Well done.
There's some very similar points of interest there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next up, some more big news for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Woohoo!
Woo!
See, I feel like I sounded really sarcastic there. I'm actually looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to it more than I was when we made the episode.
Yeah.
More out of kind of like curiosity, as I want to see what it's like. Like, I'm not excited for it in the traditional sense of, oh, this movie's going to be great, but I'm more like, I wonder what they'll do with that. Like, I just kind of want to see what it is now.
Yeah, and after some of the latest news, it really does leave you thinking, oh, what are they going to do? So there was a new clip released showing Superman in the famous black suit. Did you see it?
I did, and all right.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound super negative about all this, but like, I've seen the exact same thing in fan edits 20 times before. Like, I didn't feel shocked to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt normal to me.
It's like, it's literally just him in a black suit. Like, I didn't feel any different. I was like, oh, okay.
No. And it's like,
I mean,
like I say, we've seen the black suit in many edits before, and it's like, it's pretty much exactly what you think it'd be. It's, you know, the gold accents are changed to silver, and the blue is changed to black, and the cape's black now. Like,
yeah, and especially when Zack Snyder went on to say, we shot it with the regular suit, we just changed the colours in post-production. It's like, okay, so nothing really special about that, but, you know, there you go.
It's not really a real suit then, is it?
No.
But I could have sworn when Zack Snyder was making it, he tweeted out, like, teaser images of, like the fabric of the costume, but in black.
Yeah, I thought I did see, like, part of the suit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that it did exist, but that particular scene was just, you know, without it or something.
Yeah. And, I mean, you just know that's leading up to the scene where, you know, Alfred's like, well, let's hope you're not too late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. And I remember when that scene was in the trailer and everyone's like, oh, look, there's a tiny, like 1 pixel wide green tint in his glasses. It's Green Lantern.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then Green Lantern was just... He was in there for about 2 seconds in a flashback.
Yeah. But apparently, in Zack Snyder's version, that flashback scene is much longer and features more Green Lantern. So, yeah.
And also, Darkseid is leading that attack rather than Steppenwolf.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
like many scenes which are either extended or completely different, apparently this version of Justice League is not going to include anything that was shot under the direction of Joss Whedon. So that leaves most of the third act.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, now I'm thinking about it, it does.
Which gets rid of that kind of weird, what was it, that weird red stuff that was everywhere.
Oh my god, this movie might be good. What if this is actually like... I think it'll be more weird to me that... What if this movie actually does live up to the hype and it's actually just immaculate?
You know, like, I'm actually thinking it will now.
Like, I don't want to get too hyped for that, but like, in my head for so long I've kind of been like, Snyder Cut people on Twitter, like, it's just kind of been a bit of an annoyance. But then, like, what if it genuinely was worth it? And it's actually really good. I feel like that'd be more of a shock to me than if it was awful. And everyone was like, oh no, we want the Whedon cut back. It's the canon version.
It's like, I remember when we did our episode on this, a whole episode. Check that out, episode 7. That we said that with this 30 to 40 million budget and probably more, we were thinking, how are they going to spend that? Like that's. But now I see it because they really seem to be redoing a lot of the film.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, like a lot of the actors are coming back to do it. Obviously, like pretty much every. Oh God, excuse me, my voice died on me there. Pretty much every member of the main 6, is it 6 members in this movie?
Yeah, 6.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Don't make
Batman,
me doubt
Superman,
myself.
Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg. Yeah, 6. Anyway, yeah. So from what I've heard, like majority of them are coming back to kind of do like voice and dubbed over like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't. Like, surely they don't have access to like the original suits or anything now. I mean, they might. I'm sure they do, but like, are they going to reshoot a load of stuff, or has it still been shot? But Joss Whedon was just like, no, no,
no. We're not doing this. I did the Avengers. I know what I'm talking about. And then, okay,
he doesn't.
No. And apparently, Zack Snyder had no say in choosing him to finish the film.
Yeah.
So,
and something I was seeing on Twitter, actually, I don't know if it was fake or not, so I might just be, just talking complete lies, but I swear I saw something that, like, it was like a kind of like post by those, not like fan pages, like a reliable source who does like articles on the stuff. I swear he said that words that Zack Snyder used got fans very excited as like a teaser thing. And then someone else retweeted and saying, like, Elseworlds. The word was Elseworlds. And for those of you who don't know, Elseworlds is kind of... They're comic stories, and obviously it was a CW crossover, but it's comic stories that kind of... They take place in alternate realities where things might be slightly different, or, it might be kind of different. So, technically, Snyder Cut is canon to... to the main universe in one way or another. I'm sure Joker is somehow, and the Batman.
Of course it will be, because it's DC. Like, they want to connect everything in every little way possible in their great big multiverse.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're trying to retcon it. There is one multiverse now, and not about 7.
Yeah.
But speaking of Joker, actually, I said to you the other day that I rewatched it. That film, like. At first, I didn't give it enough credit. I was like, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. It's bloody good. It's really bloody good.
I still haven't seen it.
You should. Like when you watch it, you can easily see, like, oh yeah, this is a very kind of like Oscar-worthy movie. Just from like the story, like the themes, and kind of... We're not even onto our media recommendation. This isn't even my media recommendation. But I guess to kind of, like, it's just a little preemptive one. Like, yeah, Joker's very good if you haven't seen it. Even if you don't like superhero films, it's not a superhero film. It's really good. It's not even really a supervillain film. It's its own thing that just happens to be called Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch that if you haven't already. Moving on to what I believe could be even more Oscar contendees. Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Which I always want to say Tenant, just David Tennant. Yeah, Tenet. A movie that I am blooming excited for. The trailers look so good, and
I have high hopes for this.
Do we think this could be like the next Inception?
I think so. Yeah, I think it could be.
I think it looks very... I don't want to say ingenious, but ingenious. It just looks really good, and it's going to be it will be receiving limited cinema release after being delayed indefinitely due to the pandemic. So yeah, we're getting it in cinemas in the UK. I don't know if I want to go to cinemas at the moment. It still doesn't feel safe.
No, I won't be rushing there to see it. But yeah, this film, it received a lot of like back and forth because like. Christopher Nolan, he was adamant that it was going to be released in cinemas, and he wanted it. I think it was beginning of
Yeah.
July or something. And then like Warner Brothers was like, no, that can't happen. He was like, no, it will happen. Support cinemas. But
Yeah.
like, who's going to go to see it if it released 2 weeks ago? I don't think there'd be that many people
Yeah.
going.
No.
And it's like, this is a film where you don't want it to fail because of what else is
No.
going on. Like, I mean, it could be awful, but I'm going to say it deserves every penny it will get, and it should get the most it can.
Yeah, and like I say, from the trailer, it just looks like one of those movies that, touch wood, like, it will be good. Like, it just looks like one of those movies that it's Christopher Nolan, right? I mean, I won't say you can't go wrong, but
Yeah, I mean,
for
Dunkirk was a bit of a letdown.
See, but then didn't quite a lot of people like that?
I think they did. I mean, personally, I didn't, but
I never saw it, but
yeah,
but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. I would rather see it in a cinema, but
yeah,
I don't want to go to a cinema at the moment. If I had a cinema at home, yeah, just send me the the MP4 file and I'll put it on the big screen.
yeah,
But I don't, and you won't, so that's not happening. Yeah, so it's gonna be releasing. I don't know if we already said it. So we'll be releasing in the UK, Germany, Spain on August 26th. So
yeah, and obviously things are a bit more difficult in the US at the moment, so that release is much smaller over there, which I'm sure nobody wanted that, but it's the way things have been going. But yeah.
Well, brilliant. Yeah, I like I said, I'm excited for it. I'll definitely, if I don't see it in the cinema, I'll, like, as soon as it's out on a streaming platform or other streaming platforms.
Yes, yeah. We know your kind.
My kind. Was you talking about me or the website?
Both.
Oh. Well, Bradley, I mean, if it's not available anywhere, are you really going to go and buy the Blu-ray?
Knowing me, yes. Because do you know what? Actually, here's a bit of a tangent. Last week I recommended Tomb Raider. Right? Guess what I did? Right. I went and bought the Blu-ray.
How much did that cost you?
£7, and it came. Wow. Yeah, that's all right. And it came nearly a week ago, and I still haven't watched it. Like,
really
I got Blu-ray
recommendation.
I got Blu-rays. I got at Christmas, still in the shrink wrap.
You've got a mug that I bought you 2 years ago that you haven't used.
Have you seen my videos?
I have. Sure... It's a prop. It's not a mug.
It's an exclusive mug used for that. I make a point in any video. I make sure to stop and drink out of it, just so you know that I appreciate it.
Although I say that, recently on stream, a couple of friends of mine, I won't mention names, but you know who you are. One of them, like, I was on like a bit of a down week, and she sent me like a mug and some postcards of like a piece of art that the other friend did for all three of us.
All right.
And it's like I'd never want to touch that mug. It's too precious to me. I don't want to do anything to. And it's one of those ones that it gets hot, like the pictures revealed.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to touch it. Like, not in like a bad way, but I just don't want to. I don't want to risk anything with it. I feel like if I pick it up, then I'll actually drop it and it'll shatter.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like, it's like just having like one. It's like having like an expensive watch, right? You never wear it, but knowing that you have it, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Not really the same thing, is it? It's a mug compared to a $4,000 watch. But by the way, I should probably say this: I don't own a $4,000 watch. That was a pretty bad. What's the word? Analogy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, media recommendations.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, I feel like that's what you're going to say to my media recommendation, actually, because. Yes. As I basically told you what it was just before we recorded, you kept quiet, but I could tell there were things you wanted to say. So my recommendation for this week is the the hit TV comedy sitcom, very popular, very, very well received, The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Can you sing me the theme song, please?
I'm gonna say no,
Okay.
but
No.
no. Copyright reasons. I don't want this video to be taken down. I don't want that.
They won't be taken down. We don't earn money from this.
No. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of it lately. Like, admittedly, I wasn't a fan at first. I guess it was overrated. Oh, what's the hype?
Yeah.
But it's on Netflix, and I just find it really easy to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just put it on, and yeah, it's. I find it an entertaining viewing for half an hour. So,
As you say to me, yeah, that's fine. No, I don't hate it as much as I make out that I do. Like, I get why it's successful. It has a lovely Lego set. It really does.
oh yeah. Have you
But-
seen how much that goes for on eBay now? Oh,
I haven't. No.
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Lots of money.
Yeah. You sound like Jim from Friday Night Dinner. A lot of money.
I can hear him saying that now. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, no, like I say, it's I get why it's popular. It's just it just doesn't do anything for me. Like, it feels like this might sound like a very kind of like nerdy thing to say, but I feel like it paints a bad picture for people like me who like love superheroes and like comics and action figures and stuff. I don't know. It feels like it just paints that kind of like, oh yeah, typical nerdy person, all science and I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
Penny Bazinga. Funny.
I feel like that was definitely the whole point of the shirt first, was to make a joke about it. But then it evolved over the seasons, and their relationships grew, and families and marriages, and it changed, and yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't recommend 2.5 Men over this, because I know you love that show.
I do. I haven't watched it in a little while, but I prefer 2.5 Men. I don't know, something about it. It's just yeah. But then again, if you think of Friends, for example, like everyone talks about Friends. Again, that one I went through a phase of I really don't get it, and I watched a few for a while, and I did find it funny, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it.
See, I think that's me with just a lot of like newer sitcoms like that. I mean, I know Friends isn't exactly new, but I don't know. Like a sitcom that I love and genuinely do is Full House, and it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was great. But then they did the the new modern Netflix reboot called Fuller House, and
oh yeah,
like it's just not good compared to the original. Like the original is so funny, it's so good. It's just a wholesome like family show, and I just don't care for like newer ones. Like I tried watching How I Met Your Mother. I really tried to like it.
Oh, I did that.
Like I think I watched the first like season or so, and like I said, I really tried to like it. I wanted to like it, but I think I just don't really like sitcoms anymore. I don't know. Although, One Division, you're more than welcome to change that perspective, because you're apparently a sitcom thing.
Yeah, that could be interesting to see.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say about Big Bang Theory? No, not that you've talked about it much.
I don't know. It's just I feel I feel like with a lot of these shows for the Big Bang Theory right at the moment, like I feel like I can recognize traits of either myself or people I know in the characters, but I couldn't say like, oh Jake, you remind me of this character. Like I thought it's just certain things from a few of them that mix together that just made me think of people I know, and I just thought, oh yeah, maybe that's why I liked it a bit more. And then it's like
maybe I need to give it another chance. Like I've watched episodes here and there, and when I was younger, like when it was on TV, like it was on Dave or whatever, like I'd watch an episode here or there, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another chance and try and scour eBay for a decently priced set.
Oh yeah, I do want the set. Yeah,
It's lovely. It really is.
yeah.
I swear to God, Lego Ideas sets are just the best sets. Like, they're the best looking sets.
Apart from
Uh,
the Back to the Future one, I have to say.
yeah, and I'm not particularly a fan of that book one.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was all
Not
right.
particularly. Didn't they then make that into like, a line for like Disney Princess?
Kind of, yeah.
Like they did a couple of them.
Mm,
We need to do a whole show about Lego. Honestly, me and him are massive Lego nerds.
we are. There you go. There's
And
another episode idea.
We're nearly 20.
And I feel like I'm more into it now, more than ever.
Yeah, me too. I spend the most money on it now than I do ever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, so that look forward to that. So my media recommendation, it's just incredible. Parks and Recreation. I've mentioned on the show before. I'm a huge fan of The Office, and I love Parks and Rec as well. I've seen it. I think I've watched it through twice before, and I'm literally tonight about to start my rewatch, and I just love it. Like, it just like I love The Office more, I think.
Yeah.
But Parks and Rec makes me feel better. Like, I find it's a bit more light-hearted and funny, even though The Office is. I think I don't know. I feel like Parks and Rec just has a bit more of a kind of wholesome, uplifting mood.
Yeah, I get that. But I haven't watched that show in a long time. I think I only watched it once. Or that was years ago. I think even before you started, I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember you saying about it.
And I feel like I should give it a rewatch because I've watched The Office a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And like same with like Two and a Half Men and Big Bang Theory. I've watched it multiple times. That's a show that it deserves my attention again. So I should give it that.
Have you seen Parks and Rec all the way through, or?
Actually, I don't think I did. I think I like got about halfway through and then like watched the last couple episodes because I saw something on YouTube and like.
Yeah, in the last season, it kind of jumps ahead like a few years. Into the future. It was an interesting idea.
I didn't see it coming.
I can't really remember much about that season apart from.
I can't. But yeah, apart from the fact that they skipped a bit and it's like, oh okay.
I could have sworn that they said that year was like 2020 as well. I was like, oh, that's not how it went.
Well, if you want to judge future predictions, don't bring Back to the Future 2 into it. Where's my flying cars and self-lacing shoes? Hoverboards, yeah. That's 5 years late.
Well, no, self-lacing shoes are actually a thing.
Oh yes,
they're
did
very
make
expensive,
them, yeah.
but Nike have made a couple. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no, Parks and Rec's really good. I think it's more kind of traditionally funny than The Office.
Yeah.
Like The Office kind of relies on a lot of sort of sarcastic kind of like dry humor and sort of like cringy but still funny humor. Like, you know, there'll be like awkward moments of like Michael just saying something ridiculous, but then, you know, Parks and Rec, like, you'll just have like an episode of Ron Swanson like hugging like a bit of bacon or something and screaming about it, and it's just I think it's more inherently funny, but yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, that's my media recommendation. Bradley, we're an hour and a half into this podcast. We haven't even done the Not Yet Titled News yet.
Oh god, I feel like
this might be our longest episode.
I feel like there's some bits you can cut out. I feel like there's definitely some silence and awkward parts, but including this one. Yeah. Jake, do not leave this in. Yeah. Watch him do it.
Yes, I will.
And now,
by saying that, now we've just extended the length of the episode. Now we're going off on tangent. It'll be even longer.
We're still going. Oh,
all right. Not Yet Titled News.
Do. Oh god.
There you go. There's the intro. All right, brilliant. You read it. I read it last week. Right, quickly, we got to get through this. Come on.
There's a ticking time bomb. Mom drinks sperm smoothies to fight off coronavirus.
I love how casually you say it as well. So yes, that is a very gross-looking smoothie, and I have about 12 adverts for Vodafone and Sky Broadband. Don't use the Metro website, kids. It's bloody awful. Damn free newspapers.
How can they make their money?
So, Tracy Kiss, 32, says she's not had a cold or flu for 3 years because of her concoction, which is made using donations. That's an interesting way to put it. From her boyfriend, and she takes 3 shots a week. 3.
Wow.
He's really pumping it out. Tracy, a personal trainer from Aylesbury.
Yeah.
I can read. Said, I found a free and vegan-friendly... Is it vegan? No, surely it's not. If it comes from... Because veganism, right, is not eating anything that's produce of an animal, right?
Yeah.
We're animals. That's produce of an animal.
What?
That's the question. Is semen vegan?
I mean, maybe not from like cows or sort of horses or something.
I don't think many people tend to consume that.
They do. Somewhere in the... I don't know where...
How do you know this?
No, I don't know.
What do you do to your chickens?
Oh.
Do
you know...
what?
No, I don't know. I'm... My mind's going places now. I was thinking, how did chickens lay eggs? But I don't... I've had chickens for a few months. I don't even know.
What came first?
The egg.
So, anyway, what?
The egg came first.
Yeah.
It mutated. Anyway, yes. Semen smoothies.
Semen smoothies. Yeah. Sorry, I love that title. Because that's just not what they say in this article.
No.
So friendly, it's just not vegan. It's like it's as least vegan as you can get, surely. Anyway,
but it's not much. It isn't much different to a mother breastfeeding her newborn baby to give them the nutrients they need. It isn't for everyone, but it's packed full of vitamins, and I haven't had a cold or flu ever since drinking it in 2017. I also put it on my face to clear up my skin.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, but the thing is, she's a personal trainer as well, so she tends to keep fit and probably keeps quite healthy. So, like, that tends to build up your immune system quite a lot. So, maybe it's just like... maybe it's just a placebo effect, right?
Maybe.
It's just like, I've been drinking cum for this long, I better keep it up.
I just see what she does.
Wait, what?
I don't feel comfortable knowing.
Wait, what did she do?
But this remedy has not been verified by the World Health Organization, and the NHS and UK government advise people stay at home to avoid getting the virus. They do not comment on using things to protect you.
Right.
So Tracy continued, it's best to consume semen as close to production as possible to get the most nutrients and benefits. And that is a sentence I never thought I'd read on a podcast that will be on the internet forever.
And will indefinitely be clipped for my Twitch. I'm
not saying the next bit.
I know this bit's fine. But I often store it in the freezer in an ice cube tray as my partner, who does not wish to be named, and I are in a long distance relationship. Yeah, just freeze it for later. Why not? And the quantity depends on how hydrated my boyfriend is on the day.
I'm not sure if that bit should go out on air.
No, it's fine. I'll cut that bit. But so yes, she stores it in a freezer because she can't get any of the fresh stuff. I guess.
Yeah, and sometimes she'll just have a shot or disguise the taste in a smoothie with fresh berries and bananas, and that
just take a shot of semen.
And she's strictly looking at this at a health perspective. A lot of people try new ways to boost their immune system when they start presenting symptoms. But That's too.
There's pictures of it. No, 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 no. No,
I
I'm
think
just gonna pause that.
I don't know how much more I want to read of this. Oh no! Why? Oh,
why is there pictures?
I think that wraps this one up.
Yeah. Sorry. The comment also says some people are desperate for attention. Brilliant. And then someone says this is completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's the most disturbing news story I think I've read so far.
Yeah. I know who the boyfriend is. He drives an Astra and was caught on the M6 recently trying to fill an ice tray whilst talking to Tracy Kiss. Is that a joke I don't get?
I don't know. And her name as well, Tracy Kiss. What is this?
It does sound a bit like
sounds something
certain profession. Yeah.
It does. I feel like this is one big April Fool's joke.
Or personal trainer actor, as yeah.
She could be training personally. We don't know the field.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bradley. I just said that she's a personal trainer, and you said she could be training personally. That does tend to be what the job description is, right?
It's been a long night. This is the longest episode to date. It's later than usual,
and this 10:15.
This news story has messed with my head, and I hate it. I never want to read it again.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And, check out the playlist for more of the Daily Weekly podcast, and check out our other playlists to look at some of our little bonus videos. More coming soon. And, use our hashtag.
Yeah. Here's a quick thing. I've often wondered this. When we say use the hashtag, sometimes I say, use the hashtag Daily Weekly Podcast, or sometimes I'll say, use the hashtag Daily Weekly Podcast. I'll say hashtag twice or once. I don't... Yeah. What do you feel about that?
I don't know. You sound like it sounds like Bradley.exe has stopped responding.
I'm broken. I need help.
Aww. Yeah. Like to give Bradley help, I guess. But
please.
But thank you so much for watching. Then we'll see you next week, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.